I think John Calipari decided to part ways with Kentucky because of what happened after the season. I don't think it had anything to do with a new voice. I think it was a lot with the press. The press attacked him. They threw him to the wolves. They don't understand that recruiting took a lot out of him. It takes a lot out of him every single year. Going out there, sitting down with the parents, sitting down in the living rooms, trying to pitch Kentucky to all these top recruits. And it takes a lot. And then to go out there and coach and make these players there, practically his sons. I mean, he doesn't get enough time with his family. He makes these kids his family. And his wife came out many, many times. And if you know anything about DeMarcus Cousins was one of the biggest recruits in basketball, in college basketball, when he decided to go to Kentucky. And one of the main reasons why he decided to go to Kentucky was John Calipari, his fatherly, personality, his wife being a mother to DeMarcus Cousins. As a matter of fact, DeMarcus speaks very highly of the Calipari family and what they did for him before he became an NBA superstar. Now, you look at the position that Kentucky has been in the last couple of years, and this is an organization, this is a school that demands championships, demands Final Four runs, and they just have not been there. Now, am I going to blame it on John Calipari? No, it's not all of John Calipari. It's the recruits. It's these kids showing up to games and playing hard for John. John is not going to be on the court shooting threes or getting to the hole, getting to the free throw line, hitting free throw shots. He is not that type of coach. He is going to go out there. He's going to coach you. He's going to make sure that you understand what he wants you to do in games, defensively and offensively. He's not going to be on the court, potty training you. Okay, that doesn't work. But he hasn't gotten it done. And John, if you're making all that money, what is the press going to do to you after you lose in obviously in a spotlighted game, in a March Madness game, when you should have been, I would say, an elite 8 team. That's where I think Kentucky was this year, the way they played, especially in the second half of the season. I think were they a 4th seed, right?
They were a 3 seed and they lost to a 14.
They
were the only one.
So they were a 3 seed that fell very early to a 15 seed. And a team that a lot of people thought was going to make a big run this year. They had a lot of size. They can get inside. They could shoot threes. They had very good guard play. I mean, they could do everything. And you could say whatever you want about John Calipari and his coaching. The guy knows how to win. He has won in college multiple times. He understands, and he's coached multiple college teams. It's not like he hasn't been there. He hasn't been to a national championship. He's been to multiple ones.
He took a UMass to a Final Four.
So, I mean, the guy is a great coach, and he's probably one of the best recruiters in the country, if not the best recruiter in the country. So him and Coach K, you can argue those two were the best for many, many years. So you sit here and you wonder, where does Kentucky go? I think it was great for Calipari to go to Arkansas. Don't be surprised if some of these Kentucky recruits head over there to Arkansas. Arkansas has been demanding a winner. They want a winner. Mm-hmm. This is a school that, at one point was a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, back-to-back Elite Eights.
Yeah, so, and they just couldn't get it done. And they haven't won a national championship. I don't even remember the last time they won a national championship. So, Arkansas...
They haven't won since Nolan Richardson been there, huh?
You look at Calipari now, he is going to be able to bring in the recruits that he is going to need to win. And maybe Kentucky needed a new voice. I don't know. I know a lot of people in regular basketball, and I'll say this, every single year with college basketball, you're one and done. You can leave college in 1 year. So for them to say they need a new voice, every year there's a new player. I mean, if you're an NBA talented player, which usually 5 to 6 players that are brought in as a recruit from Kentucky, they're one and done players. That's what they usually are. So it's not. I know John Calipari came out and said they might need a new voice. What for? I mean, you have a new recruit every single year. It doesn't really matter. It really was Calipari not comfortable being in Kentucky.
I think it's another place he's just trying to put a stamp on. You know how you can only do so much at a program, and then it's time for change. I look at it like Lou Holtz. He did so much at Notre Dame, right? William Mary, Notre Dame, South Carolina. It's like you do so much and then you hit that wall. I feel like Calipari hit that wall, so that's why he's saying it needs a new voice. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you win, it's expected. Calipari is also known for, like you say, getting one of the best recruiters. He's known for putting guys in the league and, like you said, being a father figure that he is and with his wife. I think that's a plus, and I think with him taking that to Arkansas, he'll get some recruits. He also going to get in the transfer portal now and get some players. So I wouldn't be surprised if some kids already decommitted. So don't be surprised if they commit to Arkansas. You know what I mean? And then also be surprised if some of the players on Kentucky right now get in the portal and say they're going to go with him. He's going to bring at least 1 or 2 players with him from Kentucky. I mean, without a doubt, just to put the stamp of how he likes his practice, the expectations. So I mean, and like you said, Speedy, the SEC now is competitive in men's basketball.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter where Calipari go or any top college coach will tell you, it's hard recruiting. My buddy got fired at Oklahoma State, Michael Boynton. It's hard. It's hard to recruit with this NIL. And until you get a grasp on that, you won't. You know what I mean? Unless you just have a pedigree of just putting guys in the league. Think about it. If you have a kid and it's either go to Duke, Kentucky, or Arkansas, what do you think you're going to choose?
Duke. And there's a reason why they would choose Duke, because Coach K is still there. He's still recruiting. He's still a part of Duke. Now, obviously, Shire is the head coach over there. The coaching staff is Coach K's coaching staff over there. So, and Duke is world renowned. And the only reason why Kentucky was there was Calipari. Now you're bringing in Scott Drew or Nate Oates. No, obviously Nate Oates is not taking a job. He's decided, or maybe if they could have drawn Danny Hurley to go over there after winning back-to-back championships. But why would Danny leave UConn when he has a chance?
That's my question. Yeah. Why? I didn't mean to cut you off, but why would he leave? I don't even know why they put his name up. Only way he leaves, he's going to the NBA. You're not making a lot of moves. You won back-to-back championships. What else I do? They're gonna throw the book at you to keep you, so you won't go nowhere else. It's gonna be interesting, but then it's like, is there an NBA coach that's out there that would take a college job?
I would love to see Mr. Atkinson take a coaching job. Maybe why not? Kenny Atkinson is great with young players, especially young guards. You can ask any young guard that's worked with him over there in Golden State or even with the New York Knicks. Jeremy Lin was one of those guys that he worked with. He's the one that built Lin Sanity. Everybody keeps talking about, well, it was Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin needed a coach that was going to help him develop. Who do you think helped him develop? It was Kenny Atkinson. And it was a shame what the Nets did to him. I didn't understand that. After winning 40-some-odd games his first year with nobody you've ever even heard of on that roster, they made the playoffs, and then all of a sudden you bring in Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, and they ran him out of there. Kyrie Irving, as he's always been a coach killer, ran him out. So I would love to see Kenny Atkinson taking a college job. I think automatically people will be drawn to him. Kentucky, forget about it. Recruiting players with his smarts and him understanding the guard position and some of these young guards that want to go to a team and go to a coach that's going to help them build them into an NBA style of player, he would be perfect for Kentucky because they bring in a lot of these, great guards.
Yeah, the other one I'm curious on, because you brought up a good point, Sean. One that was very good in college as a coach was John Beilein. Then he went to the NBA with the Cavs. I think he got fired after like 20 games or something like that. And he hasn't coached since, which is very surprising because he was a very good college coach at Michigan. They made the Sweet 16 almost every year. They made a Final Four. They got blown out by Villanova, but still, they built a really good program at Michigan. And now since he's gone, Juwan Howard's running into the ground. Now he's fired.
Yeah, but I also heard too that somebody was saying that I don't know what player it was. NBA player Boxer said Rajon Rondo should take the head coach job back in Kentucky.
He would want to coach.
I don't know if he'd be a good coach. I don't know if he'd be a good coach because he's very hot-headed.
I watched him coach AAU. He's not a bad coach in AAU. I seen him coach his son AAU team, which is a pretty good team, and I think he's a coach.